Generic greetings! Biter attacks have increased somewhat over the last couple of episodes, and it's getting a little worrying, especially when you consider that things like this is actually out of ammo. What we did in the last episode is mainly get this Science Pack 3 up and running. As you can see, we've got Science Pack 3 happily running along the belts now and going into there, and obviously to do that we needed to create fast inserters, and then smart inserters, and electronic circuits, and advanced circuits, and many other things. In fact, there's another Biter attack coming now. I'm going to give them a hand. There we go. Actually, I'll give some bullets. Give these machine guns a hand, but give them some bullets. Hence why I'm creating lots of ones. Oh, look, there's another one coming in. Yeah, it didn't last long, did it? Yeah, so something we need to sort out eventually. We do need to get some laser weaponry things sorted and up and running, but we'll see how it goes. They have stopped producing walls, by the way, because they're out of coal, but I don't particularly care. What we also need to do is go up here, because I believe there is attacks incoming. There's some attacks there, as you can see. We've got some more coming in here. And how was the ammo on this one? 14 and 15, and then these ones over this side are actually out of ammo, which is quite worrying. We need to probably resolve that issue and put some ammo in these things. How much is this? How much ammo has that got? 4 ammo, not much. There's attacks all over the place, and it's something that's starting to worry me, because we're not really in any particular danger, but having to go around and fill these up is starting to get a bit problematic, or at least it's becoming a bit of a hassle. But it's just one of those things where you really need to do it, otherwise you will die. Like breathing, really. So we probably need to fill them up. Yeah, we go. That's not got enough ammo in it, really. I need some more in that, but I'm out of resources. Anyway, what we're going to be doing in this episode, there's a couple of things. Firstly, I want to fix a couple of the problems that I made in the last episode, and then, research complete. What if we just research? Energy distribution 2. That's what I'll be using in just a moment. I want to research military 3 so we can get tanks, because we do want to make a tank. So a couple of things that I messed around with last episode. I put this fast belt in, which is working like an absolute charm, so I'm really glad we sorted that out. But I didn't put that little bit in there. Very astute of people. That's, again, someone from the comments said, oh, by the way, you missed that one bit out there. That one bit I missed out, and so, a couple of people noticed it, which is quite good. Also, I didn't, I removed this bit of belt here, which, as you can see, has caused a problem because this isn't outputting. They actually said, I believe, Science Pack 2 is broken, but this is Science Pack 2, that's Science Pack 1. But either way, I knew what they meant when I checked that out. Also, what else was it? There was one other problem. Oh, yes, that's right. We've got these iron gear wheels here, and we are producing, iron gear wheels. And I haven't really got fast inserters. Well, I haven't got fast inserters at all on it, but fast inserters will actually help me out. So it's probably best if I put fast inserters in, and that will speed things up, and hopefully make it better, which it is. Excellent. And we're also under attack from the top by a lot of biters, actually. I'm just going to run up this line here and pick up all of the iron plates. As you can see, all the lights are going off now because we do have a power problem, and that's the main thing I'll be messing around with in this episode. I really want to get the power system sort of fixed. Let's see where our attack was. It's over here near the wall, yeah. So let's just run around and repair the wall. There we go. It's all sorted. So, yeah, as I said, we've got a power issue, and the issue is that at night, obviously our solar panels don't generate power. This is something that we all know, but the main issue is that we don't store enough. So as you can see, accumulated capacity currently 0. We've got nothing there at all. So we really can't do much at all there. We have a lot of problems. But the way to fix it is not to add more accumulators. It's actually not the accumulators that are the problem. What is the problem is we don't have enough solar panels to fill them. So these accumulators here are not getting filled throughout the day. So we need to sort that out by increasing our solar capacity. And I do have 50 odd solar panels on me. So what I'm going to do is reroute this belt slightly. I'm going to run it across, like down from there and then across. Okay. And then I'm going to expand all this solar array far to the left to about there is ideal. And then all of this here, the accumulators, I will change and probably have a big row starting at the bottom there and going up. But it really will depend on exactly how we progress on. So let us crack on with that. Let me just pick up a lot more of these iron plates. Come on, running against the fast belt. It really doesn't work. There we go. Right. So, first things first, let us rerun this belt. So I'm going to run it from about here, and I'm going to run up And obviously this is going to slow production down, but not to a... It's not going to completely halt it because we do have another production on the other side. Ah, that's problematic. My pocket is full. So, oh, there you go. There's them accumulators now getting filled up because we do have a surplus of energy. Not a great surplus, but we do have some surplus. I'm going to just come here and then put all of this in there. Oh, that's some research done there. What shall I research next? I think it's going to be tanks. Yes, we're going to research tanks. Excellent. I'm just running around and putting all of the ore in these things here because, well, why not? I can get rid of all of the ore and then it's better. Also, I'm going to go up to these things here and again dump all of this ore inside it because it gets rid of it from that. And we've also got other things on me that I don't really need. I've got a lot of copper cables. I've got a dead box here which I want to sort of fill up with them. I've also got a couple of other things. I've got some science packs on me which I'm going to put in. I guess it's best thing to do is run over here and then dump it in there. There we are. Is that sorted? We're not really producing enough Science Pack 3s, so we might have to expand our production of Science Pack 3s, which is very, very easy to do. All I do really is expand this to the right-hand side, and it can progress over as far as you want. The only thing I need to do is probably reroute that, but we'll see how that one goes. I really do need to have some more fast belts here, actually. Let's build some more fast belts and then finish this thing because it's been annoying me and people in the comments, so I can sort of understand that. Let's just sort this out. There we are, and then across here. There we go, and oh, more research done. That's our tanks research. Excellent. We'll go for, I think, oh god, there's loads of stuff we could go for. What we really need to go for, effects transmission is okay, but I don't think we need effects transmission. A nice piece of power armor would be quite nice as well, but it does require electronic engine units, which we don't even have normal engine units, never mind electronic. A gun turret damage upgrade will be quite good, but it does require a lot of resources. Let's just click on our robotic silo here, our rocket silo, and we need rocket shooting speed and speed modules. So we'll go for the modules because that's something we need to sort out, and we'll use them eventually for other things. I don't really want to get a lot of research done for things that I won't particularly use at the moment. I want to try and focus on the stuff I'm going to use. It looks like plastic's coming down quite nicely, as you can see, but I don't know exactly how much, what sort of speed that's coming at, so we'll have to have a quick look later on. Just going to pick up all of these iron gear wheels here just because I'm actually trying to build them for this thing here, which is always annoying, but we will put some more of them in the queue. Like I said, just trying to run these fast belts up to about there, and that's fine. There we are. So it looks like plastic's coming down the line, and that's okay. We're getting a fairly decent amount there. Right, so I think we do need to expand this. I think this is something we do need to expand. We need to make more Science Pack 3s because of the way the Science Pack 3s are made. You know, obviously they take a lot more resources than the Science Pack 2s, and particularly the 1s. The 1s are relatively easy to make. The 2s are not too bad, and then the 3s are quite annoying. They're the most annoying of the lot. In fact, it depends who you speak to, but you know, Alien Science Pack, you just need to go and attack aliens, and that's something that I can do. But you know, some people find that interesting and not as annoying because you just, you know, pretty much is shooting stuff. But I really don't like doing that. I like to stay and build things, but either way, the whole issue is that they're not that difficult to make when you consider, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When all you really do, to be honest with you, is just I've got some storage tanks on me. I've got spare storage tanks. I don't want that. I need one more of them. When you consider that you just need to place them, you just need to get them and then put them in one of these crafting machines, and then you make them. That's all you need to do. Whereas to make the ones that I'm making now, it takes a lot of resources. Anyway, let's run this across. And I also want to pick up this and then run it across like so, and then into that side there. So that's obviously that's expanding it so this thing can get picked up. Okay, so we want long-handled inserters again, so I'll need to make a couple more of them. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. We'll drop the tool, and then fast inserters. And obviously we need them on both sides here, so I should just have enough. And we do. There we are. and then we'll run a belt straight across like so. And then it's a simple matter of just selecting these and then saying science pack 3, science pack 3, science pack 3, science pack 3, and you guessed it, science pack 3. So we need to just connect them all up, 1 and then 2 and then 3, and there we go. We've now doubled the production of our science pack 3s. One thing I haven't done, and I know people have mentioned this several times in the comments, have said, hey, you realize you haven't got any modules in these. You can see you can put either speed modules or efficiency modules and things like that. Yes, I'm aware. I haven't actually got them at all in here. It's something that I do need to sort out. But, again, there's a lot more things we could be getting on with, so let's do that. I'm just checking the lighting of this thing, and it's relatively okay now. It's very, very readable. Whereas previously, people couldn't see what the hell was going on, which I can sort of understand now. What I'm going to do, just going to put a little electrical pole in there for reasons so I can put the light in. Okay, this is all lit up. This isn't lit up, but we don't really need a light in there. I just want to put a couple more lights in places. There we go. Yeah, that's nice and lit up. That's pretty cool. And I'll lit up the other side as well. So I've got 2 of these storage tanks in my pocket. I don't really want them there, so I'm just going to put them in the bar and then probably place them. I could use sulfur, but do I really want to do that? Looks like we're out of petroleum gas, and we have got enough heavy oil and light oil. So what I need to do is set up some sort of system where I can crack one into the other. But I don't know how we're going to do that. What I'll do to get rid of these, by the way, I'm going to go up and just dump them for the oil like that. And then they'll start filling up. You can see everything tries to equalize. You can see the oil on the right hand side all equalizing throughout the thing. There we go. Anyway, we're being attacked in 2 different places, which is problematic. Actually, what I will do is I will light this up because it looks pretty cool. There we go. There's some light. Run up here. And then one there. That's a little bit of light. Okay, so excuse me, I've still got a horrible throat and chest infection, so yeah, it's always problematic. Right, we're going to go for efficiency module or productivity module. Productivity, why not? It's the next one on the list. So, we do need to run a fast belt through here, but I think we'll leave that for future me. What I want to do now is run around and pick up some iron plates, like so. And then, what I want to do, I really need to expand my steel as well. I really do need to expand the steel production. But, that's, again, it's a future me. I don't know why that side is getting filled up and why the other one isn't. You notice that? Have I messed that up somehow? That's weird, that. These ones are producing more. It's gathering on this side more than the other. I don't know why that is. That's weird. Is it something to do with the way these are used? So it comes along on this side here, down there, along here, and then all goes into that side. No, I don't know why that is. That's weird. Anyway, what I need to do is sort out the the electricity. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh god, going near the capacitors while they all fill up is never good. It just looks dangerous. That there's not a fence, not even a warning sign. Anyway, let's finish off what I was doing here, because I did remove all of this and it was a while ago. So that's slowing copper production right down, and something I don't want. Let me pull all this up and then up to there and then that, and then we'll pull this right down because I want to probably run it from ideally we want to run it along from there, so about here. Right, so here along, like so. That is fine, as long as it is on the same level as that, as long as it can fit a big row in there, that's all good. And we'll come up this side, and we'll pull these ones up, and then we'll come down, like that. And then we want to go into what isn't actually there, but it will be, and I can't believe I'm actually out of transport belts. And 1, 2, and then we will make ourselves a splitter, and then we'll put that in. So there we go. There's that now producer rating. Excellent. I've also got an absolute crap ton of copper ore on me, so I'm going to go over here, and again, I'm just going to dump it in these furnaces. furnizers. There we go. And you see the bottom one, and they're not actually producing anything. So there's that sorted out. Looks like we're getting attacked again, but it's nothing I can really deal with at the moment. There's some more research done, so we'll go for, I think we'll go for effectivity module. And now I'm going to put in some more solar panels. So we'll go along. Obviously, I won't be able to place them everywhere because of the land and stuff and the topography and what we've got in here. We've got like different... where am I going to be able to put that? Put that there. It's because we've got like lakes and stuff in the way, which is a little bit annoying, but just how it is, we'll accept it because, well, we can't do anything else. No point in crying over spilled milk. Let's go down here and again fill all these things in. So I probably want to put these in like so. Make sure they're powered up. I'm sure I'll have placed them in the wrong place at some point. We should actually set some going. I think I should probably set some building. But we'll see. Probably put a little electrical pole in there. Actually, no, I don't like that. I really need to make the medium ones. We'll pull out and put a medium in there because we're following the same sort of line. And these can go all the way up. So again, more solar panels is good because you end up, it's, you know, like say free electricity, which is all good. Say free, it's got a massive footprint, but in terms of how green it is, overall, quite good. I mean, obviously it takes resources to make, and you are actually smelting steel and things like that, so it's not completely free, nothing is, but you get the idea that it's better than burning coal in a steam engine. So, just pulling up some trees preemptively, because I know I'm going to have to be building stuff around here. There's some nice new solar panels, but we're near producing enough, so I'm going to fill this up with some steel. There we go. There's a nice bit of steel. We're also out of copper, but copper, in terms of our supply, yeah, we're not really out of it. Let me just empty that chest like so, and pick that up. Actually, I might as well pick both of them up. There we go. I've been wanting to do that for quite some time, and all the lights are coming on now. So these are now producing. That is good. What I'll probably do, actually, is put this wooden chest down. Do I really want to put this wooden chest down? I'll put it there. And I really want to get rid of some of this wood. I've got loads of copper cable on me. As you can see, look, that's now pretty much just went, nah, empty, done. And then that's all sorted. We really need to sort that out. In terms of all the plastic I've got on me, I really need to sort that out as well. What I want to do, research-wise, though, what I want to do, automation. Gives us 7 machine 3s. That's probably a good idea. Let's put lots of this plastic, because I've got loads of plastic on me. I'm going to put it in here. And then what I need to do really is start to produce engines, because I don't have any on the go. So it's probably something I need to sort out. Again, excuse me. I'm very sorry about that. Right. If I had to edit all these coughs out, the episode would be about 20 minutes long. Right. So, let's have a quick look down here. Oh, yes, I thought that might be a problem. We don't have we don't have much coal in that bottom box. So what I want to do is just fill my boots with all of the coal that's in these boxes. Obviously, we are pretty much full, and bump, there we go. That's that filled. And then we'll go down this side and then fill the other box. There we are. That's producing quite nicely. All of that's working out. I actually realised this is episode 11. And obviously that means that, let me just fill these up, there we go, and I'll put that in there, and that in there. And I realised that at the end of last episode, obviously being the end of episode 10 and all of that, we've actually got a lot done. Like, we'd finished Science Pack 3, which is a huge milestone, and we've got oil. We've got full oil industry up. We've got steel smelting. We've got all of our automation around here. We've got solar panels and accumulators and a lot of stuff that is, I wouldn't say like advanced, but we've progressed on quite far considering the amount of time that we've actually put into the series. We've done very well. When you consider that the last time I played this, I think we were on episode 20 or maybe even 30 by the time we got a lot of this stuff in. Now obviously it's a slightly different landscape, because when I was playing it originally, oil was introduced midway through the series, so it's not as simple as it is. You know, it's not as simple as it sounds like, oh yeah, it's all done, but Either way, quite good that we've got this far and haven't really had any major dramas, which I'm very, very proud of. Anyway, we did, progress on quite nicely, and we still are. But what we need to do now, I guess, is have a quick look. Where is it? Where's it going to be in here? I want substations. I want a couple of them, and it looks like we're getting attacked up the top. I'm a bit worried about that because that could be where the ammo has run out. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so the ammo hasn't run out, but it means that they've got in there and attacked the wall. So we'll have to worry about that in a bit. Anyway, what I want to do is get substations up and running. Now I should be able, I hope, to get enough substations put in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to reroute some of this cable. Obviously, this is the coal supply for the steam engines, which I'm not going to delete the steam engines. The plan is always to keep the steam engines there, just in case we need them, but we'll see how it goes. So these are substations, and I do need to move that just along to the left a little bit. And I'm going to fit in as many as I can. Don't think we're going to be able to fit 2 rows of this in, but we'll see how it goes. Let me just get rid of that for now, and then move it to there, like that. So, well, yeah, these are burner inserters. I could change them to electric because they do actually produce a bit of, I think they do produce some pollution. It doesn't say, but they do. Yeah, pollution 6. It doesn't say they do. Ah, well, I'm sure they do though. Anyway, we need to get our substations in, and what these allow us to do is say place it down and then fit in these, which are accumulators, all the way around. So what I'll do, I'll see how many I can really fit in realistically in this area. So if I have like that, then I have this one like that. That should be about right. Now this certainly is not the most efficient way of doing it because of the gap, but it's okay for the space available. In fact, that's not bad. That isn't too bad at all. I can handle that. Even though there's a bit of wastage on either side, at least we have got... actually, we can probably fit another one in by pulling that up. And then putting one... Hang on. I've messed that up, haven't I? Yeah, that's a bit better. Excuse me. Right. So... more of these go in, and obviously we've got a gap around the outside so we can actually go around, which is always good. So these are our substations. There we go. Right, we need to connect them to the grid. That is very important. So we'll put one like that, and then boom, there we go. They are now connected and gathering electricity. So same thing again, we're going to put another substation in, and we'll place it so we've got a little bit of a gap around the outside. We do want a bit of gappage, so I think that is the same sort of layout. There you go. And you can see how compact you can get these. As I said, there is more... There are better ways of doing this. But with the space we've got, it's okay. Because obviously we can get in between them. Now, actually, yeah, that's about right. I think that is about right. What I need to do then is start ripping these up here. Now, these are full of energy, which I'm sort of wasting energy because they're charging up. But it doesn't really matter. Like I said, I'd rather just get them sorted and fixed before... anything else. Let me go and pull all these up. See, if these were real capacitors and we just touched them while they were full, with the amount of energy in them, we would be dead before we hit the floor. You really can't stress how dangerous a capacitor can be. Okay. Let's pick all these up. And obviously we're clearing this area for then to really put more in, to be honest. Speaking of more, we're not actually producing any, are we? No, we're not. So what do we need? Iron plates. There we go. There's that filled up. What I'll do is go here and just pick up some more iron platage. There we are. I think I've just picked up some iron ore as well. I really don't want iron ore in my pocket. There we go. Running up. Let's have a sip of beverage while I do that. Today's beverage is water. Very cold as well. Ooh, hurts the teeth. Right. Down the bottom, going to fill in... Oh, yeah, these are not actually... Nope, they're actually out of energy, I believe. Yeah. All right. So, capacitors. Fill these in. Well, they're called accumulators, but the capacitors. Fill all these in. As you can see, look, they're now out of energy. So they just stop producing anything. They just go, nothing, done. Yes, by the way, I can put another row on this side, but I don't want to do that because I want to be able to get past. I know there's been a couple of comments saying we should shift the steam engines, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think where they are is more than fine. I mean, if what I could do, and what people have said, is that I could turn them around and increase them along that way. That is actually a good idea. I could do that, but it seems to be a lot of work for nothing other than really a sort of... I can't really see the reason for it. Like, a lot of work for what is essentially an aesthetic change. So, we'll see. Maybe later on. There's 50 odd solar panels in my pocket, which is good. What I want to do, really, is get myself an electric engine. An actual standard engines. So, an engine unit requires steel plates, requires iron gear wheels, and requires pipes. So, we've already got iron gear wheels, we've already got steel plates. So, really, all we need to do is make a couple of assembly machines. I think this will do us. Let's just see how it goes. I'm just going to collect a lot of this here. And I'm going to stand on this side of the production line here and just pick up all of the steel that comes down. Because as you can see, we've got an actual boatload of steel. Actually, I might as well just run up the belt, to be honest with you. It's going to be just as quick, isn't it? There we go. There's all that filled up. We do need to expand this, but again, I'm really trying to sort the power out rather than other things. But let's just crack on with that now. Basically, if it's in the daytime and I can see what I'm doing, I'm going to be placing more of these because we really do need to get the solar system really sort of up and running. Now, this is a lot of stuff to clear. I know people have already mentioned there's some nice research done. What do we want to do? We haven't got personal roboport. Don't really want personal roboport. Laser turret shooting speed. We are going to get laser turrets at some point. Lab efficiency will be quite good. Logistical robot cargo size. Again, we do want logistical robots at some point. I think what I'll do, actually, is when I go for... Well, where is it? Where's my tank? There's the tank. And you can see I've got cannon shells and explosive cannon shells. Bullet shooting damage. I'm going to go with bullet shooting damage. Now, the reason I'm doing that is, remember, the tanks... Oh, I say remember, I don't know if you know, but... Tanks can have two things in them. Actually, they can have several different types of ammo. The main one is their cannon shells. So you have HE and high explosive. So high explosive, I believe, doesn't cause as much damage, but it does cause it over an area. So when you've got a lot of biters and creepers coming at you and a lot of generic gribblies, then you want to fire the HE to take out a boatload of them. But when you're versing the bases or the worms that are in the ground that obviously kick your ass because they shoot really horrible projectiles, and they're the ones that they're the turrets of the creeper world. You probably want to be firing. Oh, there's me out of a steel axe. You probably want to be firing AP, armor piercing, which goes straight through and takes them out quite well. But problem with that is that you can't really switch them on the go. You've also got standard machine gun bullets as well. You can actually fit just normal ammo into them that we use in our gun. So that's something we want to sort out as well. I also want a shotgun because I haven't got one. And shotguns back in the day were really powerful, really overpowered. And it's something I definitely want to sort out. Anyway, let's just run the solar panels. There we go. And we'll get another row in here, which is very, very tight, but we'll get another row in, and bump, we're one short. But it's not too bad. We've got them quite far, haven't we? That's a lot of solar panels. So, as you can see, we've got 349 solar panels generating 21 megawatts. And our steam engine only generating 5.1, but you can see it's got a lot more if it needs in it. Our accumulators are going up, but the main problem is that we're not generating enough electricity to fill these things. There's another 11 solar panels on me now, so it means I can run up and probably sort this one out. Now, I am not really going to... Oh, God, that's wrong. Let's pick them up. I'm not really going to start redesigning this entire area just so I can get or keep the solar panels rolling in. I'm just going to pretty much clear this top bit out, and that'll do, and we'll have the solar panels to the end. That's the overall idea. Obviously, it does mean I'm going to have to pick up all these trees, which is problematic. And we do get a lot of wood out of it. I know there's been a couple of comments saying we should burn the wood in the furnaces, but I'm not a big fan of that. Let me just get rid of this. And there we go. Okay. Don't need to clear that tree out. Get rid of all this. Yeah, I know there's been a couple of comments saying we should sort out the wood that I've got, because there's a lot of timber, a lot of lumber just sitting around doing nothing. Is the difference between timber and lumber? I'm guessing there will be a difference. There's a reason why they're different names, but I don't know what those are. Either way, there will be. I mean, we could burn them. We could burn them away and whatnot, but I don't need to. Everything's running okay at the moment. I don't really use a lot of coal for anything anyway, so there's no real point in burning the wood. Anyway, we'll see. If we need to get rid of it, we can just put it in the dump box, because we do have several of them. Anyway, more research completed rated. So let's have a quick look. We've got a logistical system that we can get, which gives us provider chests. We haven't got that, so I think we'll research it. Our accumulators are filling up quite nicely. We need to put in more steel in here, so we'll put them in there. And then what I want to do is get a couple of these up and running. So we'll put one there and one there. And what this is going to do, it'll have 3 boxes, one there, and one there. And then it will have several inserters, 1, 2, and then I want a couple more. So, and then 3, and then 4. And what that's going to do, this is going to generate, where is it? This is going to generate pipe work. This is going to generate some engine units. And this one will be full of iron. This one requires iron gear wheels, pipes, which this is going to produce, and steel plate. Now I could if I want to have that as a box system, but I don't want to make 1,000 pipes and just have it sitting there. So I'm going to pick up all of this. Looks like we're under attack again. Oh, a lot of things under attack. Actually, look at that. 9 things damaged. Yeah, that's worrying. Okay, let me get up the top, because I think that's a attack that I can't stop. Oh no, it's been stopped. It's been stopped, but it's worrying that 9 things were damaged. So it's just up here. And that's out of ammo, which is the main reason, I'm guessing, why that's been taken out. And, oh, good grief, that's up 3 ammo. And then this one is 3 ammo as well. Good grief. They're like attacking this top bit here. So I'm just going to build some more ammos, more bullets, and then I'm going to start repairing this wall. Not a lot of damage, so I'm not really too worried, but just keep on top of it. I know there's been people mentioning that we really should go do some attacks, because if we don't do that now, the longer we leave it, the harder it becomes, and you are correct in that. So we'll see. Looks like the accumulators are happily working through the night. What are we missing out here? We're missing out on them, so I'll sort that out. These ones are missing out on iron gear wheels, which I'll put in there, and then steel. And obviously I'm completely out of steel. Steel production is so far adequate, but only for the science packs. Using steel for any other task, everything drops off. Like we're only producing pretty much what we need for the science packs, which is a little bit worrying. I'm just picking all these iron gear wheels up here because I need to fill the top, and then pick up all of that and all of this. Let me say just pick up iron gear wheels and steel. There we are. So we'll go up here and we'll say steel in there, iron gear wheels. Actually, I don't want that much steel. And then that one, that should produce now. So if I just connect these up, so bang and bang, there we are. That is now producing. Now it's now producing engine units. There we go. So we're now producing engine units. What do engine units make? Well, they make several. Well, they allow you to do several things, but primarily we'll be using them for our first tank, which is there, which requires a lot of steel, advanced circuits, iron gear wheels, and 16 engine units. Once we have that, we'll make a tank, and then we're going to go and do some attacking. think we might leave it there. We'll pull this side up here because it's currently not doing anything. There we go. And I do need to connect it up again like so. There we are. And that's going to come down on both sides. See, these aren't producing the bricks anymore. Look at that, full of bricks. Oh, I actually said these were out of coal, but they're not. They're just full. Because I'm not producing any more walls. Do I need to produce any more walls? I don't think I do. I really could rip these up and have this as another area for my accumulators. Speaking of accumulators, how are they doing? They are actually getting energy, which is good. I think we'll finish off our solar panels and we'll leave it there. So we'll pick these up. 30 solar panels-ish on me. Enough to run up. Hopefully get this sorted. Not much space in here. But it is... well, we are capable of putting them in. So we can fit them in. 1, 2. Can't fit them in there. Where can we fit them? We could just put them around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, can't do that. Gonna have to put that back in. Run them down this side. Pretty much if they fit in, they go in. It's like a cat. You know, if it fits, it sits and all of that. Right. That's a lot of solar panels. That's a lot of accumulators getting filled up. And there's some research done as well. I think we'll go for military 4 will be quite good. Basic exoskeleton thingy. We'll research portable solar panel and go for that exoskeleton possibly, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so 45 more basic accumulators in there. 5 engine units. We are producing pretty much what we need to produce, I think. I think we're doing alright there. Okay, I think we're going to leave it there. We've got in loads of solar panels. We've got in a lot of accumulator banks here. We do need to change it around. We need to probably continue adding accumulators up this row here, and I'll probably remove this wall production system and move it to that side. So all of this will be accumulators, but I also need more space for my solar arrays. I mean, look at this solar array. This is huge. Absolutely massive. We do have a lot of space on this right-hand side as well, actually, that I've totally forgot about, I must confess. So maybe we should get rid of these trees and increase our solar panels along to the right-hand side. Let's just go for more bullet shooting speed and damage, because that affects the tanks as well. Yeah, I think what we'll do, we'll increase it to this side as well, and we'll be able to get rid of all these trees. That is a gun that's out of ammo, so I really want to fill that up. There we go. Corner ones always seem to be used a lot. And we'll build just loads of ammo. We should really have a factory doing that, but yeah, it's a bit more annoying. Right, we're leaving it there. Next episode, we are going to probably expand our, I think, our furnace system here to get more steel. We need to get some chemical plants up and running down this side so we can produce more petroleum gas. At the moment, you can see we've got heavy oil, we're about midway storage. Light oil is 2/3, and petroleum gas is bot all because, well, we're just using it all to make plastic and batteries and other things like that. Well, to make sulfur, which then produces sulfuric acid, and then we get batteries. You understand. But basically, that's something that we definitely need to sort out. So we're going to crack the light oil into petroleum gas, and that's going to be set around here. So that's going to be next episode. As always, though, comments in the comments, and we will go from there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. Oh, and all the lights come on, just as a nice little end note as well, which will then make the accumulators drain into nothingness.